Hello, this is Clayton with Aeromotive Research and Development Group. Today, we're going to be sharing with you about the SynMax Racing 15W40 synthetic motor oil, a product designed for competition race engines. SynMax Racing synthetic motor oil is available in a 12-quart, 3-gallon case, or for a little bit better price, try to get two or three cases. Give us a call to be able to get the best choice for you. Applications of the 15W40 is normally hydraulic lifter type engines, such as a crate motor, all right? Short track performance needs that requires a medium duty weight motor oil as engineer designed. In other words, like a straight 30 weight, 040, 540, 1540, or 1540, as suggested by under technical directive by your engine builder for hydraulic or solid, flat, or roller type valve trains. Now, this would be like a standard engine from a 350 to 500 cubic inch engine. Series specification, crate motor, sealed motors in general. Please consult your engine builder, as many engine builders appreciate and recommend this product, all right? Including Ilmor 396 Arca motors, Ilmor marine engines, older historic engines. Consult for the technical directive that applies for you so that you can have the aerospace advantage for motorsports working for you. Now, the product data, the 15W40 is a full synthetic aerospace product. It is a high zinc levels in it, ZDDP, along with our special formulation of diamond-like additives, which is the aerospace advantage that greatly decreases friction while increasing component durability, improving horsepower and torque capability, provides performance repeatability for longer service life, has special tackiness so the oil to stick better. Again, superior for flat tappet cams, roller cams, valve train protection, and PAO, polyoleophilin, premium viscosity stability with increased oil pressure and improved oil volume. I say, Clayton, what's this DLA all about? Well, it's a diamond-like additive that's desuspended in the fluid, in the oil, that attaches within the steel through heat and friction for metal-metal contact friction areas, such as your lifter, your cam, your bearings, your entire valve train components, even your valve stem and bushing to reduce friction, cylinder walls, crosshatch areas, etc. Now, most important over and above on this on piston ring skirts and the piston pin is the oil pump, especially on those dry sump oil pump components to keep those good. Now, what is the advantage? Well, we're going to get into that because the low coefficient of friction will provide increased horsepower and torque and lower water and oil temperatures. You see, over a period of time, about 1 hour of heat soak situations. Now, never use the diamond-like additive in a break-in oil. Make sure the engine is broke in, all right? You will lower the coefficient of friction to about 0.14. Say, Clayton, how does that work against a moly oil? Well, a moly oil is about 0.5, 0.6. So this is 1/3 improved performance against a moly type product. Above lowering coefficient of friction is the anti-wear capability. Now, this here is what we call a 4-ball wear scar pin. And you will see here that the diamond-like additive with the PAO protected better than products with moly, all right? Sometimes twice as much or 10 times as much as compared to moly in the same application. We're going to get into that in a minute. To show the diamond-like additives in action, here is a sample test of what took place with a NASCAR engine, 850 horsepower, 355 cubic inches at 9,000 RPMs. It was a 600-mile durability test. You see, the same base oil product was used. It was a 5W30 synthetic race formulation motor oil. Had 1,500 points of ZDDP zinc. And left side had 1,000 points of moly. And the right side had the diamond-like additive. Now, what you're going to be able to notice with this is how the left side had more wear than the right. It was the aerospace advantage for motorsports at work. Let's look into this a little deeper. Now, the lifter surfaces, after 600 miles at 9,000 RPMs, the left lifter used the high zinc with the moly in the 5W30 racing motor oil, And the right lifter had the high amount of zinc with the diamond-like additive 5W30 racing motor oil. With a 50-time magnification, you'll see that the left lifter had micro-fretted metal surfaces. It was wear called surface embrittlement from frictional heat. Now, that's a pretty big word, Clayton. Well, reverse it. It's embrittlement of the surface. So what happens is you're having small pieces of metal floating around, wearing off the metal and floating around the engine. You really don't want that. Now, if this was a piston crown, it'd be called flash fire degradation. Now, the right lifter, using diamond-like additive, allowed the metal surface to operate cooler with reduced friction and greater protection. With a 500 magnification, the left lifter with the high zinc and the moly had micro metal surface embrittlement. The right lifter, very good condition, less friction, greater surface protection. Again, the aerospace advantage for motorsports working for you. Another important area was called the combustion chamber deposit cleanliness test. Say, Clint, what's that mean? Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But you're going to see here at molybdenum the deposits, because moly is a very dirty additive. It was close on this test was close to 50 milligrams, where the diamond-like additive was at 30 milligrams of deposits. Now you can read this a little more, but the base oil with nothing was like down to 20. So the moly versus the diamond-like additive is basically over close to double the amount of contamination as compared to the DLA with the PAO. A little more detail on the DLA with the PAO synthetic additive. It provides combustion deposit cleanliness. In other words, a combustion cleanliness is important for long-term, sustained high RPM needs and requirements. If the racing and high-performance additive is not balanced or formulated correctly, especially with a high amount of ZDDP or zinc over treatment of the motor, it will create unburned contaminants and create hot spots in the piston, furthermore getting into the spark plug, causing detonation and a lot of troubles. So the DLA with PAO nanotechnology provides a clean burn efficiency in combustion requirements. Now, for environmental needs, it does not affect low ash or low sulfur. So one of the conclusions is this: when you have diamond-like additives, you are going to have lower friction, greater anti-wear durability between the metal-to-metal contact friction areas, such as the lifters, the valve train, the piston walls, crosshatch areas, oil pump, and dry sump oil components. Now, Clayton, how does that work in real life? Well, let me show you. Here's DLA in real action. Okay. Here we have the SynMax synthetic racing motor oil 15W50 with the diamond-like additive. It was used in what we call a Corvette LS2 engine. It was rebuilt after 1 year with 1,500 hard short track racing miles. Now this was at about 8,000 RPMs, close to 600 horsepower out of this motor. Because of the diamond-like additive and the qualified base oils and the racing construction of the oil, the motor inside was very, very clean, and the components protected. You see, all the hard parts that were in here, such as the rod, the crank, the cam, it was in very, very good, excellent shape. The piston rings were fine; they still had to be replaced. The valve springs, they were fine; they were wore. It's a wear item. But the notice that you would see was that the piston skirt cylinder walls were in very good condition with minimal wear. Camshaft, lifters in very good condition, did not require any hard parts replaced. And in the final rebuild, the standard repair and replace with rings and bearings was good. You see, you always have to inspect your components, magnaflux them when they get to their end of their service life, but these components were able to last longer with greater durability. Why? Because that aerospace advantage for motorsports with the diamond-like additives. Now, we've got a variety of motor oils that are available: 5W30, 1540, 1550, and the Economy 20W50 for the specific racing application need. If there's other things in your racing program that's required that you'd like to have upgraded, well, if you're running a Burt transmission, even a Brenner or a Falcon, you can use the Burp Blue Magic. We've got excellent aerospace advantages with the power steering fluid. you've got like a Turbo 400 or something like that in drag racing, you can use our racing ATF. We've got the Gladiator 1000 grease, extreme duty. Calcium sulfate complex with diamond-like additives. And two of our best sellers, which is our EP Gear Lubes 75W90, which is designed for your quick change spool type applications, and the Ford 9-inch, which is for the drive rear axle, and also Blocker Gleasons, they require the 75140 as well. Now everybody pretty much has got a pretty good hauler or camper or something like that, so if you have that, please consider our Ford 9-inch 75140 for your camper and hauling needs in the drive axle. On behalf of Wayne Lensing and Danny Lensing with SynMax Racing Products, Performance Parts Supply, and Left-Hander Chassis, we want to thank you for having this time with us today. So if you're looking for a qualified product, check out the SynMax Racing Synthetic Motor Oil 15W40, the motor oil designed for competition engines. Should you desire this product, contact us at synmaxoil.com. Give us a call at 815-389-9999. And any technical questions, send us an email at office@aeromotiveresearch.com. Thank you for our time together today.